But first off, just welcome to the second annual Investment Crowdfunding Summit. And wonderful to see all you folks here. And we know that it's not easy traveling many miles. Some of us have come from Australia, Africa, and it is truly a global crew that we have here. So thank you all for coming. We're going to have several panels. We're going to have, during the course of the day, some opportunities to get together and network. We're going to also do some stretching and keeping people awake, even though the program will do that in itself. Now, some housekeeping details. On the on the fifth, second, and first floors are bathrooms. Everyone, if you need Wi-Fi, it's over here. We are Sorry, just a sec. Sponsorship tables can be viewed in the room that you just came from for coffee, tea, where coffee, tea, and snacks are. That is open all day. Just be mindful if you're coming in and out to be quiet as people will be continuing to talk. At the end of the day, we are going to have a cash bar happy hour at Dirty Habits. Dirty Habit, actually. You only need one dirty habit. And that's at 555 8th Street. It's in the Monaco Hotel. It's literally 2 blocks away. So that would be a great time to get together and recap and get to know each other a little more. So as we know in crowdfunding, it takes a village, and we would be remiss if we did not thank all of our wonderful sponsors. Our platinum sponsors, Dealmaker, CrowdCheck. Please wait till the end for your applause. DNA, Potomac Growth. In the gold category, we have King's Crown, Minot, Phelps, and Phillips, LLP. Silver sponsors, the Super Crowd, Clearing Bid, Capital Department, Kunstler, Bean, and Adamson. Bronze sponsors, Brainsy, Crowdfunding Lawyers, Revalue, Smith Anderson Digital Offering, Halyard Compliance, Going Public, Gordon Feinblatt, LLC, GECA, MZ Digital, Small Change, Net Capital. Our platinum media sponsor is FinTech TV, which is live streaming. You can go to YouTube, or in the program, there's also a link for the live stream for all your friends and family who are wondering what you're doing today. And we're also grateful, of course, for the CfPA board, which is all volunteer. I am Vincent Bowen. I am on the board. I am the owner of a social media startup called Maven. Would love to talk to you all about that. And speaking of the board, I am going to introduce Jenny Kassan, our board-elect, president-elect. President, yes. You're so vibrant. It's like you just got elected. Jenny has been in the impact investing space for a long time. She has almost 3 decades of experience as an attorney and an advisor for mission-driven enterprises. She's helped her clients raise millions of dollars from values-aligned investors and raised over $3 million for her own businesses. There's a lot more about Jenny. She's written Raise Capital on Your Own Terms, How to Fund Your Business Without Selling Your Soul. She served on the Security and Exchange Commission Advisory Committee on Small and Emerging Companies. And she told me to keep it short. So without further ado, Jenny, come on up. I'm going to make sure you don't trip here.
Welcome, everyone. Oh my God, thank you. Yes, this helps. It's so wonderful to see everyone. I want to ask you to stand up, if you can, and look around, see who's here. You are so amazing for being here because you're not just going to get incredible education opportunities, networking opportunities. You are also part of a growing movement to democratize investing in the US and globally. So please give yourselves all a hand. What happened to my slide? They were working until I got up here. You can have a seat. Okay, I'm going to just keep talking while they figure out what's going on. So yes, we're part of a growing movement. To me, it feels like it's taking way too long. I got involved in democratized investing back in starting in 2006. And that was when I first learned about securities law. And I learned that there were so many limitations on the ability of regular people to invest in the things they most care about. And there were also so many limitations. There's something with the mirroring. Oh, I went to sleep. Okay. And there were so many limitations on the ability of the vast majority of businesses in our country to access capital that was a good fit for them. So there's trillions and trillions of dollars invested by regular folks in our country. And there's a need for trillions and trillions of dollars of investment in businesses in our country. So, gee, what can we do to create connections between those two? And that's what we're trying to do collectively as a movement. And yesterday, some of us went and spoke to some legislative staffers. Unfortunately, we didn't speak to any legislators because they're mostly not in town. But, the staffers are really the ones that make things happen, I think. So we had some excellent meetings. Everyone we spoke to is incredibly supportive of what we're advocating for. So, the Crowdfunding Professional Association is the premier trade association representing the regulated investment crowdfunding industry in the United States. So, you really are in the place, if you care about democratizing investing, you are in the right place. Our mission is to foster the growth of the regulated investment crowdfunding economy by supporting issuers and investors and potential issuers and investors, and by working with portal operators and other crowdfunding professionals in the broader crowdfunding ecosystem. So, the way and we have an amazing group of leaders. It's every time we do anything, I'm so amazed how people just step up and work really hard and everyone's really collegial. If you want to get involved in an organization that you just feel good to be a part of because the people are just so amazing, I really recommend you get involved with the CfPA. And the way we work is that we have so I was elected to be secretary 2 years ago, and then I moved up into vice president, and then this year I'm president. And then the vice president this year moves into president, and that's Brian Belay, who unfortunately cannot be here. But a lot of his King's Crowd colleagues are here. So we really need leaders to step up to join our activities. What we love to have people do is to become members, start getting involved in our meetings. We have amazing committee meetings that focus on different things. Mostly we are focusing on policy and, of course, community education. But once you get involved, then you could maybe join the board, and then maybe eventually you could become an officer. And I always complain, oh my God, being president is so hard. But to be honest with you, it really wasn't that hard because of all the amazing people that just step up and help in so many ways. But I am looking forward to Brian taking over soon. If, I don't know if everyone knows, but crowdfunding has been around for a really long time. Actually, you could say it's probably been around for millennia, right? Like, how many times have communities gotten together, pooled resources to make amazing things happen? But one of the famous milestones in our movement was when Ben and Jerry got together and actually, I think it's actually was it 1986 or 84? I can't. Anyway, maybe if I said it's 86 on the slide, that's probably right. But anyway, they found a way legally to raise money from the residents of Vermont. They raised $750,000 to start their first factory. And of course, the people who invested in that did eventually make some decent money because they did go public. So it's been going on for a while, but in 2016, we got a new law, regulation crowdfunding, that made it possible to do it nationwide and not have to deal with each state and all the legal filing. So it's something that we worked on advocating for. This is the White House signing ceremony in 2012 for the Jobs Act. But still, in spite of the fact that we have made a lot of progress on the legal side and also on the side of people being aware of even the possibility of investing in things off of Wall Street, there is still a crisis of undercapitalization in our country and probably throughout the world for the vast majority of businesses, change makers, artists, people who need funding to achieve their dreams. So we need to keep working really hard to grow this industry so that we can capitalize these amazing businesses. And so I wrote a book about how to raise money from your community. And some research I did showed that it's only 0.3% of the population of the United States that are professional investors. And when I say professional investor, I mean an angel investor who's an active angel, part of an angel group, VCs, anyone who manages, investment advisors, people who manage funds. The vast majority of people in our country who are investors, and sadly, fewer and fewer people in the US are investors because of our growing wealth gap, but still, we do have a lot of investors in the US. And the vast majority of them have all their money invested in a tiny, tiny part of the economy, which is the public companies listed on Wall Street. And that's not right. People need to have the right to invest in all the different things that they care about. So we're doing a lot of policy advocacy. This is a picture from last year when we had a lot of amazing visits with the regulators and legislators. We are starting to get a seat at the table. We are starting to be recognized by the people in power as the voice of the industry. We were invited to a closed door meeting with the House Committee on Financial Services. Luckily, Brian and Megan were able to attend. And we're building an ecosystem. This, as we all know, because we're in this world, it's not easy. We can have the laws in place. Even if we had perfect laws, it would still be challenging because it's a whole change in mindset that to educate people that yes, it is possible to invest in things out of the stock market. And how do you do that? And how do you make it fun? And how do you make it not overwhelming? We really need to just change the whole mindset, both on the entrepreneur side and on the investor side. And we don't have perfect laws, so we do also need to get the laws improved. So it's a lot of work, but we're the people to do it. So I hope you will get involved in our organization. Definitely become a member. You can join for free and be a part of our online platform, but it's very affordable to become a member. And by becoming a member, you're not just getting access to really cool insider meetings and information, you're also showing that you care about this movement. And the more people we can say are paid members, the more credibility we're going to have with the folks we're advocating with. Let's see. And of course, I'm so impressed with all of you who stepped up to be sponsors of this event. I couldn't believe how long the list was. So thank you so much for doing that. If you did sponsor, and if you're not yet a sponsor, you can sponsor at any time, sponsor the organization, sponsor our events. So please let us know if you want to talk about that. And this is a picture from our event last year. I think we have even more people here this year. We're a growing movement. So thank you so much for coming, and we really look forward to spending the day with you. You know what? I did want to just share something super quick. On the program, it says that I am part of the Kassan group, which is my law firm that I had for 10 years, but I actually just joined a new law firm called Jason Weiner PC, a public benefit corporation. So I just want to make sure folks know I'm part of a new law firm now. So there's many lawyers here, but if you want to talk to a potential lawyer for what you're doing, let me know. Thank you.